This is the St. Matthew training video that talks about the internet domains and how they work together. The internet domain names that St. Matthew controls is stmatthewlutheran.com and stmat.info.com. And both those settings for those websites are registered and under the control of our GoDaddy registrar. So when we log into GoDaddy.com, we can modify the settings for these two web domains. The St. Matthew Lutheran domain, when somebody would type that in as a web address, it automatically is forwarded to stmat.info. And here you can see a preview of what that looks like. The reason why we did that was because a while back we took stmatthewlutheran.com and used it as our Google app account, and we actually have our former website was using Google Apps. Well, when you convert a website domain into Google Apps, it controls your email, your documents, your calendars, and your websites. And so we still kept some of those same features going. So when we were going to create a new website for a new public website, we created a new domain name so that the new website could go there. And you can have various vendors who actually host and manage your domain, your public website, and that web address is the stmatthewlutheran.publishpath.com through a company called Radium 3. So this St. Mat address is forwarded to this, and so these two have the same content. And there's the content. Now the content on the website is has links back to the Google app account. So for example, on the public website on the bottom, you can subscribe to a newsletter or submit a prayer request. And those are both forms that open up and are linked to a Google Doc for prayer requests, a Google Doc for newsletter subscription, and then we also have our calendar of what's happening is also synced with our public website. So we have to be careful with stmatthewlutheran.com. If you get rid of that and you change it over to be similar to this one, we lose our Google Apps connection. So it's just you have to be very careful that we don't mess with this domain name and we don't lose our Google Apps, because our staff and volunteers rely on the various calendar features that we have, the various shared documents that we have, and all of our email accounts are through Google Apps. Now the other website you notice that's listed on here is stmat.ccbchurch.com, and when we go there, this is what the login screen looks like. This is the online church database system that we were looking into getting and transferring over to. This web address we do not control. CCB, Church Community Builder, controls that web address. Eventually, when we get this up and running, then there should be a link on our public website to go over to CCB so members can log in and view their profiles and see what's going on and look at their schedules of when they volunteer to do different things. And the calendar could theoretically then be switched over to CCB. So at GoDaddy.com, we control two domains. And those are very important that we keep those up to date, because if we let our registration through GoDaddy expire, then stmatthewlutheran.com is up for grabs and anybody else can buy it. And then the forwarding and all this Google Apps stuff no longer works because this name no longer exists. So we have to make sure we keep the GoDaddy account current and paid. For PublishPath, when you, as a web administrator, you want to log in, all you have to do is type in login, and then you'll get the login screen, and you can log in there and edit the website and change the content as needed. And there's a different St. Matthew training video that describes how to do that. For Google Apps, you would log into Mail, and then you log in as the administrator. And so now this just opens up like a regular Google email account, but over on the right is a link to manage the domain. When you click on that, and then here's where you could manage the email settings, the calendar settings, the document settings, the site settings, chat, private video pages, sharing with contacts, and then all of your users, passwords, and where they have, and the domain settings and all that. That takes care of this Google Apps over here with the email, docs, calendar, sites, chat, etc. So this kind of summarizes our internet domains. We have two main ones, and they're registered through GoDaddy. And when the public goes to view this, types in this web address and goes to view it, it gets forwarded all the way over here to publish path. For internally, for staff and volunteers, we use stmatthewlutheran.com for email, documents, calendar, and possibly making websites. We've got our prayer requests form there, and the prayer request database is there. The newsletter subscription and database is there, and a bunch of other shared documents are all in there. It's very important. So here's our public page, and here's our internal communication tool, and then eventually CCB will be our internal church membership database program and communication link. This concludes the video.